This is Primal Fear, and yes, I have attempted this in a previous video, but I didn't get remotely close to completing it. This time, I only have 100 days to tame various creatures and work my way up to build enough power to take on all the bosses, including the final boss, Picon's Revenge. Also, in this video, I have a bunch of YouTubers that you might recognize set me challenges along the way. So go ahead, smack your granny, sit down, grab a cold drink, because this is going to be a wild ride. Welcome homies and homettes to another ARK Primal Fear adventure. We are on one of my favorite maps, Fjordor. Let's hope that this start of our 100 days is a little bit different. Whoa! Whoa! Ah! You can't get me. Oh, don't worry. Guess he got me. So yeah, that's our welcome to Primal Fear. Getting a start in this mod is kind of difficult, as basically everything wants to kill you. And I mean like everything. We were having a tough time. Yep, it's been fun. It's been fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, lovely. Lovely. We finally get a decent spawn and nothing wants to kill us straight off the bat. So I go ahead and start punching on with this tree because it looked at me kind of funny. I then crafted up some of our essential starting tools and a basic spear. Now we should be able to get a decent start. As I was roaming around though, I saw this thorny dragon fight this trike. And I knew this was an opportunity to be able to get some easy meat and hide. I just gotta wait for one to kill the other. Oh yes, the trike's dead. I'm in.
Hello, mother.
Oh, that didn't go to plan at all. Yeah, so that didn't work, but thank God for easy kill dodos. After completely skinning the dodo, I decided to wear him for its armor. Unfortunately, it's not very effective against the alpha thorny dragon. This time around, I have made the server settings a little bit harder than normal. Since I've already done Primal Fear, I wanted to give myself a little bit more of a challenge. I teleported to Asgard to see if this might be a good place to start out on. Oh, what? God damn it. It wasn't. Day 2 and we're finally gonna have a decent start, I hope. I found this space that seemed to have no dangerous dinos spawn and started crafting up a bunch of chibies, because it's kind of a cheesy way to get a ton of XP early game. With a few extra levels under our belt, it was time to start building a little starter temporary base. Can't forget the door. We're safe. There was a bunch of metal really close to us, so I went to go and farm that and then placed our essentials inside our new base. We couldn't continue on without some metal tools either. Day 3, we woke up and started canvassing our local area, and that's when I saw this just below our base. That's an Origin Raptor. They won't only one-shot me, they'll destroy my entire base, and we don't want that. But just up along the rocks was this Pteranodon. And if you know me, I like to try and hit the skies as soon as I possibly can. With the Pteranodon knocked out, we needed to craft a saddle. Although we had a lot of resources, we didn't have any chitin for the saddle. So I ventured out to try and find something that dropped chitin, and that's when I was attacked by these bugs. They must have been attracted to my smell or something. I mean, I don't think you shower in ARK. Anyways, thankfully they came after me because they dropped chitin. And now we have a saddle for our new Pteranodon. To the skies, birdie. Please don't die. Before we continue, let me introduce you to my friend, Kafka. Kafka is from today's sponsor, Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is a free-to-play epic space fantasy RPG made by the same makers of Genshin Impact. You can play this on either mobile or PC, travel through the universe finding unique treasures, solving various puzzles, and learn the deep, rich lore that this universe has to offer. Build your team with over 20 playable characters with unique personalities and backstories. One of my favorite features of this game is its reimagined tactical combat system. I can build my own team to suit my own playstyle, and each character has a crazy special effect for each attack. Like Blade here. Blade is a new 5-star limited character and a member of the Stellaron Hunters. Blade is the strong silent type, but at times he can be a little testy and burst out in extreme anger and aggression, which makes him an extremely deadly assassin. Then there's my homegirl Kafka. With a smile that never fades from her face, this girl is always composed and embodies elegance and grace. Through her beauty, she wields the ability to manipulate people through language. But don't let that fool you, she is a ruthless killer, and one of the most wanted criminals in this universe. In version 1.2, the main storyline reaches its climax. Various factions and powers come together in an epic battle. Make sure to log in for 7 days and you will receive 10 Star Rail passes. So go ahead and use my link in the description below and download this game for free now. And once you do, make sure to use the redemption code on the screen, I'll put it below, and you will receive 50 Stellar Jade as well, completely free. Just do it. Thank you Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring this video. We hit the skies and I was quickly reminded that we are in Primal Fear. Holy crap! What is that? Oh, that's the buffoons. Haha, lucky I'm up in the skies, they can't touch me. The main reason I wanted to get up into the skies is because I was looking for a particular resource. This crystal. We need this because I plan on making ourselves a primal smithy and an awesome spyglass. For those that don't know, the primal smithy is, well, a smithy that's only unique to the Primal Fear mod. It's where you craft all the recipes that you need for, you know, just this mod. I then went out to go and collect some more rare resources, like this oil, and steal some juicy cementing paste from these beaver dams. I'd been running around naked for so long, I thought it was appropriate for me to at least put some pants on. Some gloves too. Oh yeah, we're on the Fjordor map, so we can realm teleport wherever we want. I then teleported to this realm. You know, the green luscious one? I forget what it's called. I came here because this is where I wanted to set up my forever base. I just had to find a decent spot. Now, because we're in Primal Fear, it's kind of hard to find decent spots because even dodos can explode your entire base. And farming and crops are one important thing in this mod, so we need to be close to a decent water source. I eventually settled on this area. Looks kind of nice. I quickly started smashing some trees and smashing some rocks so I could start putting together a basic base. Getting this all together and situated took us most of the day, but by the end of day 4, we were done. Day 5, I woke up and had an epiphany. I don't actually really like this base location. So yeah, we're gonna teleport back to mainland and choose a new location. Oh, this could be good. Nice, open, flat. Wait, what's that? Is that a spirit Rex? Yeah, nah, definitely not building here. Honestly, choosing a forever base location was a lot harder than I thought it would be. We flew around what felt like the entire map, and then I settled on this pair of islands. Honestly, it's pretty central to most of the map. We got the volcano over there, and nothing too dangerous spawns here, I think. So once again, it's time to go love tap a couple of trees, a couple of rocks, and build a little base. Once we had set up the shell of our base, I went back to the previous base in the green luscious area and picked up the fabricator that I made earlier, the primal smithy, my normal smithy, and my bed. I had to leave the forge behind because we were kind of running out of weight here. Day 6, I returned to place all of our crafting benches in our new forever base. Then I crafted and made the ever so important soul terminal. Now I guess we better get started trying to, you know, progress through the Primal Fear mod. The first thing we need to do is tame ourselves a dodo, preferably a female. Now why are dodos so important? Well, because they lay eggs, and rather quickly. And eggs are the most important resource to be able to craft the kibble in order to tame the next tier variant of Primal Fear Dino. For example, vanilla tier eggs will craft toxic tier kibble. Toxic eggs are used to craft alpha kibble, alpha eggs are used to craft apex, and so on and so on. And we can leave our dodo in the soul terminal and it will passively create eggs. Now that we have our base all sorted, it's time to go out and find a decent tame. The only thing is, flying this low in Primal Fear is a bad idea. Yeah, so we just lost a PT, our only one. We're gonna have to tame another one. There is this one on our island. It is only a level 15, but it's gonna have to do for now. Oh man, this bird is so slow and its stamina really sucks. We're definitely gonna have to find another PT eventually. But for now, we found another dodo. This one's a male, so hopefully this will speed up the egg laying production. Day 7, while we're exploring around this map trying to find some new tames, we spotted this level 130 pteranodon. So quickly bowled it, stabbed it a couple times with our primal spear, and knocked it out. Once fully tamed, we took it back to base and put a saddle on it, then put some points into its stamina, because that's what we were lacking before, and took off into the skies. As we're flying around in the skies though, we got our first challenge sent to us by this YouTuber, Natural Causes.
Hey Aaron, so in my Primal Fear 100 days, I discovered that terror birds are actually really good. So I challenge you to tame one of every single variant of terror bird. Luck.
Okay, so every tiered terror bird we need to collect, and I know on this map they spawn here in the redwoods. First one we need to find is a vanilla terror bird. After a bit of searching around the redwoods, we spotted our first terror bird. It's a low level, but it's gonna have to do. And now we have successfully tamed our first tier vanilla terror bird. This must be a lucky day, because just down the ways a little bit we found a toxic terror bird, except it was guarded by an apex reaper queen. Oh no, our PT died as well. We just got it. I had earlier made an awesome teleporter just at the front of our base. It's day 8 and I still had my old PT, so we could kind of use that to get around for now. But the first thing on our agenda today is to find a better PT. This one really sucks. It didn't take us too long, but we did end up finding this 145 PT. Gave this one a little bit of a stabby stab and put it to sleep. While we're out waiting for the 145 PT to tame up, the PT that we're currently riding decided to give up. How the frick did that happen? He just gave up. piece of crap. From there, I just teleported back to base and then try and find my way over to the PT that we had knocked out earlier. Gonna have to try and cross this water. Everything was going fine until I looked behind me. Yeah, there's jellyfish and a toxic shark on its way to eat me. Then an alpha shark decides to join the party. Well, that didn't work. Okay, this time we're gonna cross in a raft. This should surely be the safest way, right? It was. We made it. Even though the journey was quite stressful, we ended up getting the PT in the end. Brand new PT, we brought him back to base so he can meet the rest of the crew. I mean, well, we have a box and like 2 other dinos, so it doesn't really count. Are you freaking kidding me? Fuck! Yeah, so that happened. Don't know what we're gonna do now. Anyways, I tamed a parasaur, mainly so we could collect a lot of berries for taming purposes. And another thing that's really good for taming purposes, this journeyman primal pike. Then I made ourselves some alpha armor. Yeah, I collected enough alpha hide. I didn't realize, but we had enough, so I made myself some armor. And of course, I had to clean up our raggedy look, get our signature look happening. And here's the big reveal. Oh yeah, I gotta let it grow out a bit. Day 9, I thought to myself, maybe a better alternative as a flyer would be an Argentavis. You know, these big ass pigeons? Found this level 150 in Asgard, and since we have a journeyman primal pike, knocking this out was somewhat easier. I also knocked out a level 55, but the 150 is better, so, you know, we're gonna try and tame that one instead. Well, the level 55 tamed up, so we might as well just take it anyway. I wanted to try and secure some prime meat, and I know stegos typically drop some. So with my primal pike, I knocked out this stego and started slicing it up, all until this moment. Oh crap! Oh, shit. Yeah, so this run through of Primal Fear is going really well. Yeah, no, it's going freaking terribly. On the plus side, our level 150 RG is fully tamed up. I just have to successfully make it to the RG so I can, you know, pick it up. We did. It's now our slave. I mean, best friend that's gonna, you know, help us heaps and, you know, be very successful and definitely never die along this challenge. Day 10, I placed down one of my personal favorite quality of life mods, the Architect Bench. This gives me unlimited weight at a certain radius around my base, as well as helps me make building so much easier. You can customize this to be stupidly OP, but I don't really like that. So in this, it's just to help me kind of build and get around the base easier without having to worry about weight. With that though, I started making a little extension on the side of our base. Yes, this is going to be our farm, because in Primal Fear, crops are stupidly important for you to be able to progress through the tiers. Now that we have our crops down and growing, we have a level 150 RG, we need to go out and tame some beasts. Day 11, we snatched up a level 135 Terror Bird. I know we already have one, but, you know, this one's a high level, I just kind of wanted it. Brought this oversized duckling back to base and stabbed it in the face. Wonder how our crops are going. They're coming along. Not quite ready to harvest yet. I had also tamed this big boy. It's an iguanodon. You can put berries in it and it'll turn it into seeds. Just like that. Why do I need all these seeds? That's because they're the main ingredient to this. Potent narcotics. By this time, the Terror Bird had fully tamed up, so we named it Natural Causes Sucks. With everything starting to look up, we spent the rest of this day mining for some metal, making a meat spoiler, and repairing our alpha armor. I went for a lovely stroll around our island on the back of Natural Causes Sucks, trying to find a dodo. No, not an alpha dodo. Yes, this, the green toxic dodo. I want it so it can lay some eggs for us to be able to get alpha kibble. Eventually. The only problem is, this particular one's a male. We're gonna have to find a female eventually. I went to check what ingredients we need for each kibble. It looks like we're running a little bit low on rock carrot. Our farm is growing, but not quite enough just yet. The alpha tier kibble though needs citronal, and I don't have any citronal seeds at the moment, or eggs, but we're working on it. So I got our good old parasaur out and started munching on some bushes in hopes to get some vegetable seeds. We were pretty unsuccessful with finding any vegetable seeds in those bushes, but thankfully on the Fjordor map, there's a few places we could go to get some vegetables. Like this one that seems to be protected by a ramshackle wandering loot boss. Oh man, what are we gonna do about this guy? We finally got rid of the wandering loot boss and started stealing all these crops from this little farm here. Hey, well, will you look at that? A female toxic dodo. Yoink! Female toxic dodo acquired. Now lay me some eggs, bitch. Oh look, a spirit dodo. Look, I had good reason to do that. It was uncomfortably close to my base, and I didn't want it to damage what I had already made. One bonus though, it ended up killing some of the wildlife around us, so we got some pretty easy meat and hide. All new fresh vegetables in hand, we now have enough resources to be able to craft some toxic kibble and some alpha kibble. The toxic dodo only laid one egg though, so we're kind of limited on what we can tame. Day 13, and it's probably about time we go and get some utility dinos. Starting with this Anki. It's a level 140, so we know it'll be good. With our RG, I took it to a safe location, shot it with some of these fancy Primal Fear trank darts, and shoved some berries up its butt. While we wait for the Anki to tame up, we spotted this Alpha Doedicurus. Knocked this little red ball out, and then I realized it requires 2 alpha kibble, which we don't have. I rushed back to base, checked our soul terminal, and realized there was a toxic egg in there, which means we can craft 1 other alpha kibble. And there you have it, Anki acquired. I was flying about and I saw a dead dino's bag on the floor. Turns out it comes from a Fable dino. Now Fable dinos drop some really good loot. Some of the best loot that I think we can get this early game are these tame helpers. They basically just speed up the taming process to make taming almost instant. Took my 2 brand new dinos back to base. Then I named our Doedicurus Ralph. I don't really know why, he just gives me Ralph vibes. And put him straight to work harvesting all the rocks around our little island here. Then I took our Anki over to this little secluded island. One reason being, it's really safe over here. Nothing scary spawns here. And there's plenty of metal nodes. I also named this guy Spanky. Spanky the Anki. It's now day 14 and it's probably time that we need to start thinking about upgrading our base. I have the castles and keeps mod, so we're going to use that to make our base. Well, looks like it's coming together. And there you have it. It's kind of basic now. I think we're going to change it later. Day 15, we fill out our base with the essential crafting benches. And make sure to move over a ton of inventory. Our base now set, it's time to take off on our RG to try and find our next tier terror bird. This time we're looking for the toxic terror bird. And there's no better place to look than in the redwoods. Ah, there's one. Let's just go in and pick it. Yoink. We got it. With the toxic terror bird picked up and grabbed in our claws, we're going to take it back to base because it's kind of an easier place to knock it out. Alright, let's just drop this guy down here. He's going to wreck us. Oh, he's going to wreck up. Don't attack it. Oh, crap. Oh, you can't fit. Okay. Like a bowler or a soul trap. Oh, get in the soul trap. Oh, crap. It's coming in. Oh, we're just going to have to do it this way. Please knock out. Oh. Well, that was rather easy. Fully tamed up, so we named it Natural Causes is Toxic. Day 16, we went out to go find ourselves a dung beetle, but we just so happened to come along 2 of them. These guys will help us turn poop into fertilizer really quick, and we need a lot of fertilizer to be able to manage the crops that we have in this game. I then went over to the redwood to place this tree platform on one of the trees, as I planned for this to be our sap farm. I placed down an awesome teleporter, and I also made this public, so if you play on this server, you should be able to get here and take as much tree sap as you need. Yes, thanks to my partners at G-Portal, this server is completely public and you can play on it. Or if you use my discount link in the description below, you can create your own server and play with your friends. As I left the treehouse, we saw this dead Alpha Rex. So of course I had to harvest it so we can get some easy alpha hide and blood. Day 17, a purple toxic dodo stumbled into our base area. So I stabbed it with our knockout knife and tamed it. It can't really hurt to have another dodo that can produce eggs. Trying to avoid all the crazy noise in the background. Why, you might ask? Well, I'm here to collect rare flowers, a really important ingredient in creating some kibbles and some narcotics in this mod. But first, I wanted to craft this bad boy, a domesticated giant beehive. This comes in the S+ mod, that's why it's kind of easy to get. I then crafted up this beautiful S+ gardener. She basically just stands there the entire time and collects all of the vegetables that grow here. I decided to move the giant beehive outside, mainly so I could put these beer barrels inside. You need beer to be able to power the S+ gardener. She's pretty handy to have, but also a massive alcoholic. Day 18, we ventured out to go capture our next terror bird, the alpha tier. Our job is to move up these ranks as quick as possible because the end game can be kind of grindy and kind of long. I took this one back to base, but I put it on the beach. I didn't want it running into our base this time. Being alpha tier, it might be a little bit stronger. This was a pretty straightforward tame. I bowled it, shot it in the face with our strong trank darts, and put it to sleep. Now that we successfully have a bunch of toxic eggs, we can now go ahead and craft a bunch of alpha kibble, which means it's officially alpha taming time. That's assuming we can avoid all the dangers like this. Holy crap! Get out! That was crazy. I thought the journey to be able to tame something decent in the alpha tier was going to be a lot easier than it was. We searched high and low and couldn't find anything for this entire day. With a fresh batch of kibble cooked up, it's time to go out and tame some dinosaurs. I found a particular specimen that I'd like to tame, but first I'm gonna have to place down this trap. Now if you're familiar with traps in ARK, you probably know what I'm trying to tame. If you guessed griffin, you were correct. It may only be an alpha griffin, but it's gonna be so helpful from here on out. That is assuming I can actually get it stuck in this trap. Get in, baby. Ah, I freaking missed. God damn it. Okie dokie, let's try this one again. Aha, it's in. Whilst I waited for the Alpha Griffin to tame up, I scouted the area and found this level 140 Alpha Anki. I had some spare kibble on me, and this thing would be a beast for a metal farmer. I dropped him in the castle area because, you know, it's kind of like a makeshift kind of trap thing, and put this baby to sleep so we could claim him as our friend. And now our Alpha Griffin is fully tamed up. He's going to be our main mode of transport until we can find something a little bit better. Oh, and I also named this guy Alfred. I mean, even though it's a female, but hey, whatever. Our Anki was fully tamed up as well, but we're gonna put him in a soul ball until we can use him later. Day 20, we basically just spent the entire day on Alfred, getting him some levels by attacking the local wildlife. Day 21, whilst we were flying around on Alfred, our Griffin, I saw this majestic fire chicken in the distance. The advantage about griffins that I like in this mod is that you can shoot off the back of them. The only problem is my aim isn't that great. Dude, that should have hit. That should have hit. We landed and I eventually got a hit on it, but some angry fellas weren't too happy about us doing that. You see, it won't only be great to have an elemental tame with us, but because this is a female, it can also lay eggs for us and help us progress through the tiers of this mod. Fire Featherlight acquired. I immediately rushed back to base with the intentions of putting this Fire Featherlight in our soul terminal. But because of the size of it, I know you can ride them, and I was way too curious to see what kind of damage it could do. Oh, 1500, we're finally moving in the right direction. Now that we can deal some decent damage, I went out to go and hunt down some fabled dinos. Like I mentioned earlier, fabled dinos drop some really good loot, especially at this tier of the game. Even Brontos with 95k health might have took some time, but we took it down pretty easily. Day 22, I crafted up a good old-fashioned S+ cooking pot. Now, why do I need this S+ cooking pot? So I can cook up some delicious vegetable cake. Oh, and also so I can create some red and black dye. You know, for my hair, for my signature look. Yeah. Now I feel comfortable in my own skin. And now that we have some vegetable cake, we started to head out to the swamp area, just so we could hunt down one of these things, the Achatina giant snail. I gave it a quick stab with my knockout pike, and then forced it to eat my delicious cake. And while I waited for it to tame, I kind of just hovered above the swamp area. I was kind of afraid of these very dangerous Spinos that were floating around. Thankfully, it didn't take very long for our little snail to be fully tamed up. But before I could leave, I spotted another one. And you know, your boy had to tame two, because two's always better than one. I brought back both of my snails and then chucked them straight into the soul terminal. And if you're not familiar with what happens here, basically, if you put them in the soul terminal, they will then produce passively pretty much unlimited cementing paste. I went back out on my Griffin Alfred for a little bit of a stroll around this map. But as I was flying around, this happened. Excuse me, what's happening? Oh no, wait, no, fall damage! Alfred died. Ah, the freaking turner! Seriously, can you not just see what happened right now? Day 23, I was just chilling around my base when I got another challenge from another YouTube creator.
Mr. AronAztek, I challenge you to steal any wild egg naked. Good luck.
Well, gotta love when a grown man asks you to get naked. For this challenge, I'm gonna just send it. First, I put a raft down because these waters are pretty dangerous. You can probably kind of see you know how much craziness there is below. But just as my luck would have it, a big ass whale wanted to come take out our boat. Stupid big sperm whale, go away. Is it? Oh, it didn't hit us. We just have to make it across. Come on, come on. We made it. Just when I thought that we were safe, we're not. There's scorpions and other crazy dangerous things around here. Gotta get around all these scary dinos. I made my way to the edge of the wyvern trench, looked down, and... Oh, you're kidding me? There's a spirit wyvern. Even in a vanilla wyvern trench, this would be hard, but having these modded dinos here, it's gonna make life so much harder. I don't know what to do right now. But hey, let's just send it. I don't think I brought enough grapples with me. Oh, I'm in. Yeah, that didn't go well. First attempt, failure. All right, let's try this again. This time I tried running a little bit around and yeah, seemed to aggro a few of the dangers around this volcanic area. I'm definitely not gonna survive this one. There's no way. Oh, that's the aggressive tech one. There goes that attempt. Attempt number 3. Maybe this time we'll get it. There's an egg. How the hell am I supposed to get out of here? Let me get out. Oh my god. We were so close, but I'm not giving up until we complete this challenge. Alright, I can see that Dead body's just down there. Sending it. Go, go, go. Jump. Yes, we got it. We got it. We got it. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Yeah, so we got away. Trying to avoid these big whales too, but seems like we have a bit of a scot-free trip home. Fire wyvern egg acquired. These challenges are going to make it a lot harder for me to be able to complete the entire Primal Fear mod within 100 days. But they do make it kind of fun. While I was killing some fabled dinosaurs, they happened to drop some of these blueprints. I was saving up some resources so I could craft one of these fabricated snipers. They're specifically the modded version, which means you can make trank ammo for them and makes tranking some of the dinosaurs on this map significantly easier. I'm gonna need a lot more narcotics to be able to do this, and the best way I know how to get narcotics, chemistry bench. Yeah, they literally start crafting these so much faster than a mortar and pestle would ever do. And now I can start crafting some Apex infused trank bullets and then begin my hunt for the next tier dino. Specifically, we need to try and find ourselves an Apex Terror bird so we can complete natural causes challenges. I did spot one on the beach of the redwoods here. It was trying to attack the fabled para. This is when I learned that fabled and Apex is significantly stronger than my vanilla Argy. And that whole thing was a waste of time because the fabled para destroyed the Apex Terror bird. Damn, how am I gonna make it home now? Oh, that's how. Because we had collected a bunch of Apex hide, I could now craft the next tier of armor, the Apex flak armor. And lucky for us, we had another Argy laying around. And for some reason I've been taking out my bad Argy. This one that I'm on right now is the good one. Sometimes being stupid pays off. Day 26 we went back out to try and find an Apex Terror bird, but then I found a tame that I just couldn't resist. A level 145 Apex Griffin. Since we had already lost our major flyers, this tame would be a huge game changer for us now. I just had to try and knock this beast out without, my vanilla Argy dying. Oddly enough, this Apex Griffin had no interest in us though, so that was kind of an advantage in this. But yes, I spoke too soon and it was coming right for us. Wait, I gotta time this right so I can knock it out and make it land somewhere safe so it doesn't get attacked while I try and tame it. But within no time, we had successfully tamed this Apex Griffin. I went ahead and named him Alex after this kid in high school that I remembered that was kind of annoying. Doesn't really make sense on why he's called that, but it is what it is. I wanted to see how much damage he could do, and 2,600's not bad, but it's not great either. While we're out riding Alex, I tamed this Apex Dillo. I wanted to be able to make us some eggs for kibble. I know it's a male, but we'll probably find a female eventually. And since Alex is a bit more beefy than most dinos that we've had previously, I felt pretty confident heading through the Wyvern Trench all the way through to the Magmasaur cave. Other than Magmasaurs, there's one pretty decent resource down here. These red crystals that produce element shards. Not sure what we're going to use them for, but they're pretty good to have. And before leaving this cave, I got my eyes on a female Apex Magmasaur. Surely this will produce eggs for us, and then we'll be able to progress to the next tier of taming in this Primal Fear mod. Day 27, I went out looking for some more griffins. A level 145 Fire Griffin. There was no way I was passing up this opportunity to be able to tame this. Now, I'm pretty sure they're actually inferior to the Apex tier, but I just like them better, and because they have a fire attack, they do damage over time. Plus, it can't hurt having multiple griffins. The fact that they can fly and you can shoot off their back makes taming other creatures in this mod significantly easier. Since this griffin was a girl and kind of red, I named her Scarlet. I mean, it makes sense, right? Day 28, while I was flying around on my Fire Griffin Scarlet, we received a new challenge from another YouTuber.
Aaron, I challenge you to do the one thing that I can never do, which is to build an actually good looking base. So get to work taking yours apart and start all over. Sorry, bud.
Oh, great. So basically, I have to tear down this entire base, start all over again, and build something amazing. Challenge accepted. But of course, we're gonna need a lot of resources. That should do us for now. But before we can start this build, we need to tear apart our old base. That's main base down. Now to take down the farm. Alright, well that's all the walls and stuff, so let's get started on building. Oh crap, please don't kill my stuff. Please don't kill my stuff, get out, get out, get out. Oh, I killed my parasol. Oh, we barely survived that one. So I've laid out most of the foundations to see if it'll work. And yeah, I think I like the look of that. This entire build took so damn long. I mean, look at what day it is. We're already up to day 30. But there were a lot of times that we needed to go get more resources just so I could complete this challenge that Crowmeta had sent us. Okay, it's now day 33 and we finally finished our base. And this is an aerial view of what it looks like. I call it the phallus. Now let me give you a little bit of a base tour. In here is our little crafting area. Over here we got like a cooking section, chemistry bench, fabricator, smithy. Got electricity all happening over there with the architect bench. In here is going to be like a breeding area. Gonna breed some dinos up here. Got the soul terminals down. Over here, of course, is my farm. Got that all set up. The berries going. And then I've got the collection of terror birds. There's the vanilla terror bird, the toxic terror bird, my alpha terror bird, and then the apex terror bird. We still need to get a buffoon terror bird and a demonic. With our base finally completed, we needed to get straight out there and try and tame some new dinos. We're losing some precious time in trying to finish this entire mod within 100 days. We now have Omega Kibble since we had tamed that Apex Magmasaur earlier. And I dare say, this level 130 Omega Rex is the perfect target for us to tame. Hell yeah, baby. We now have an Omega Rex. I also have some advanced elemental kibble, which means this light griffin is gonna be mine. Another giant chicken in the collection. I took both of these new tames back to base and immediately named them. I named our Omega Rex after my favorite actor, Johnny Sins, and my light griffin after my favorite angel, Gabriel. Now that we have an advanced elemental flyer, you know Gabriel's gonna be our main flyer for now. I mean, look at this attack. Yeah, 8,000 damage over like that amount of time. It's too powerful not to resist. Even these wyverns don't stand a chance against me. I was so confident, I even took down this manticore. This fight was a little bit tougher than I expected though. Dude, look at that torpor rising. The manticore has an attack that can knock out your dino. In and amongst the trees of this little forest here, I spotted an Omega Allosaurus. And another light griffin. Now this Allosaurus was quite an easy tame. The same can't really be said about this light griffin though. Once it finally knocked out, it kind of fell in a weird position, so I couldn't get to it so I could access this inventory, which left me with only one option: kill it. Day 35, I stumbled across a huge chicken wearing a strange mask, aka the buffoon dodo. And yes, I had some special kibble on me, so yeah, I can kind of tame this. All of the buffoon dinos in this mod are kind of a meme and kind of overpowered. Oh, and I also tamed a fabled tapihara. Again, this is just so it can lay some eggs for us so we can progress. Look at this freaking big ass chicken. It's wearing a dodo wyvern mask. This is ridiculous. I was extremely curious to see what this big ass chicken could do, and I learned that they are particularly powerful. They also have this unique ability to lay eggs that hatch Nuka dodos. What do the little Nuka dodos do? Oh, okay. Couple more levels into my big ass chicken and we were doing some pretty serious damage. I also couldn't resist how fun these Nuka dodos were. Go get them, my little minions. I finished this day off with taking Johnny Sins out for a massive run in Asgard with a goal to kill basically everything, especially fabled dinos. I wanted to loot up and get as much things as we could. The run was so successful that I had to make an industrial grinder. This is an easy and quick way to be able to get a ton of resources back from everything that we gain out in the wilds. Day 36 and we're working our way to either making celestial kibble or demonic kibble. We're just missing fabled eggs, omega eggs, and primal blood. And when I checked my soul terminal, we only had one omega egg in there and no fabled eggs. I don't know what the tapihara is doing. We know we have some omega eggs cooking up, but we need to speed up this fabled egg production. In the snow area, we came across this female fabled snow owl, and this should be a great egg layer for us. I heard a couple explosions in the distance and went to go check it out. And that's when I saw this fabled grifficorn. Grifficorns are basically the best griffins in the Primal Fear mod, as they are significantly faster than the normal griffin and has a special attack that packs a massive punch. There are some pretty scary dinos around, but I was fortunate enough to be able to lay this bird down in a super safe area. Now that we had tamed this fabled grifficorn, I went ahead and named it Grimace. You know, like the Grimace shake trend that's going on in TikTok? We're gonna have to say goodbye to Gabriel for now. He's kind of useless now that we have a fabled grifficorn. After pumping some levels, we already have over 250,000 health and can destroy any dinosaur within its radius. Well, any dinosaur that's a lower tier at least. Day 37, I spotted a few other fabled Grifficorns, but this one in particular is a level 130. And I mean, you know, we just better is better, more is more. You know, we have to have it. This teal colored lion bird doesn't really want to go down and is being quite stubborn. Eventually it fell from grace straight into the water, and with a little bit of help from some tame helpers, we had tamed this Grifficorn. I want to make note that we made this primal tech bench. I was more curious to see what it does, but seems like it requires element for a lot of things, and we're not quite there yet. Since my big chicken is an overpowered little beast, I took it to this cliff face edge to see if we could take down this Omega Indominus Rex. I pooped out some Nuka-Dodo minions and sent them into attack. Go get them, my little minions. Get in there, what are they doing? Oh, crap. Oh, did it work? What's winning? The primal tech stegger's destroying the Indominus thing. Well, that was close. I'm glad I was riding my bird. Oh, it's dead. It's dead. Did we kill it or did the tech stegger kill it? Go get him, little dodo bombs. My little dodo minions weren't seeming to do anything, so I guess I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way and peck away at this tech stego. Oh, it dropped something. What is that? Ascendant unassembled primal tech stegosaurus. Oh, you can build them in the primal tech workbench. After having all that fun on the big chicken, I flew around to find a buffoon ferox making a lot of noise. At first I attempted to try and kill it, but then I thought buffoon creatures are pretty fun. So let's tame this big yellow monstrosity. Look at this freaking thing. It's got miniguns on its shoulders. What the hell? It's like if Jason and the Hulk had a baby. We then encountered a Ferox v Ferox fight. This could be kind of even since we're fighting the Wandering Loot Boss. If you don't know what Wandering Loot Bosses do, basically once you kill them, they drop a ton of saddles. Day 38, we were having a ton of fun on this Ferox, so we were roaming around Asgard just destroying anything and everything. We got a little bit too confident though, because we headed into the Lightning Wyvern trench here, and I seemed to piss off a Necrotic Wyvern. Those things are the worst kind of creatures in this game. Dude, we are so dead right now. We are so dead. No! We're getting wrecked. We're getting wrecked. Get out, get out, get out. We're gonna teleport. We're gonna just teleport out of here. That's all we gotta do. We are stuck. We're cocooned. We can't move. We did it. We got out. We got out. We got out. That was so lucky. Escaping by the hair of our chinny chin chin, we learned a valuable lesson. Don't mess with necrotic wyverns. We now found ourselves in the Redwoods, where I discovered possibly the most powerful buffoon we could find, the level 150 Buffoon Megatherium. Knowing that these dinos are just so powerful, I have to tame as many as I can. They're probably the best next step before we can get to Celestial or Demonic. Putting this buffoon down was rather easy on our fabled Grifficorn. Once I tame them though, I don't really like to stick around too much, especially when you can hear explosions in the distance. But since this Buffoon Megatherium was going to be our main killer, I made sure to pump it with as many levels as possible. I wasn't holding out using these experience potions. Look at that. Having a dino with over 1 million health, definitely a game changer in this playthrough. And to top it all off, it smacks dinos out of existence, especially with its flame attack. Some people might say it's big and ugly, but I think about it like a cute, huge teddy bear. Day 39 and I restocked my kibble supplies. You never know what you're gonna tame out there, so it's always good to have a ton of kibble on you when you're out. And then I went over to this icy ledge crevice. This is actually a cave. It seems blocked, but no. It's just stone that you have to break to get through. Just to be safe, I got my Buffoon Megatherium out and went on into the cave. I couldn't see much because of the big butt on this Buffoon Megatherium, but it was good to know we were basically destroying everything. Once I made it down that dark, scary cave-like alleyway thing, I spotted our prize, an artifact. That's that green thing glowing there. I then summoned Gabriel and flew over to the ledge to claim my prize. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Flyers can't fly in caves. Yes, I enabled it. It's just, you know, I did. Sue me. And then to double cheese it up a little bit, I even placed out an awesome teleporter so we can come here and farm this artifact as many times as we need. I did this because in this mod, you need a crazy amount of artifacts to be able to summon in Origin dinos that you basically need to farm, I think, about 250 of them to be able to complete this mod. I had also tamed a different colored Apex Terror Bird. I just forgot to record it. I wanted it to be kind of different contrast to the Alpha Terror Bird. Next part of the day, we went to the next cave location. This one's a lot easier. It's just on a volcano island and you can literally just fly through, dodge a couple Desmodus on the way in and kill a few bugs. And then you have the artifact of the immune. Before this day ended, I met up with an old friend, the Wandering Loot Boss. Now there is a mechanic that these Wandering Loot Bosses have. Once you get them down to under 20% health, they will then evolve to a next tier Wandering Loot Boss. As you can see, this one now evolved into the Apprentice Wandering Loot Boss. You just have to do that and not kill it and not die yourself. I predict the Apprentice Wandering Loot Boss is going to be a little tougher, so that's why I got our Buffoon Megatherium out. We got it to evolve a few more times into Journeyman then into Mastercraft. But this is where things start to get a little bit hairy. After all, it's got 6.3 million health. Beyond all the smoke, we were doing a fair bit of damage, but it was also destroying us. Everything was looking good until our Megatherium lost a ton of health. I didn't want to lose our Buffoon Megatherium. It was our best hope in progressing. So I quickly put it in a soul ball and sacrificed myself. We're not quite ready to be able to take that beast on just yet, I think. But do you know what we might be ready for? A primal creature. This primal raptor has 10 million health, but if we can kill it and collect its blood, we will have all the resources we need to be able to craft celestial and demonic kibble. We just have to survive this fight. We were slowly chipping away at this primal raptor's health and barely staying alive ourselves thanks to some fabled healing potions. I was unsure we were going to win this one, but when I saw the raptor only had 1.3 million health left, I knew we were on the home straight. 500,000 health left? We're almost there. I took my final swing, and we had taken down this primal raptor and collected 40 primal blood. I had to celebrate this moment by standing in a big pile of poo. Our Buffoon pooed the entire battle. After all that time, we had some Omega and Fable eggs cooking away. We just needed the primal blood. Now we have it. I didn't hesitate at all crafting some demonic kibble. I had to stock up on some extra trank bullets as well. These demonics aren't going to go down easily. Now to go get our most powerful tame yet. I then ran into none other than a demonic thorny dragon. Now, I was a little bit hesitant to tame this guy because we had already used these in our last Primal Fear 100 days. But it's a level 150 with pretty decent stats. It was pretty silly of me to pass up this opportunity. I eventually knocked it out in the water and swam over it to go and enslave it. Now, I'm no physicist, but it was kind of strange to me that the flames were still flaming underwater. And there we have it. Demonic thorny dragon acquired. I took this baby home and immediately named it Angus. I don't know why. I think it's because I had like an Angus beef burger earlier or something, and that's just what I was thinking about. Now, whether you're familiar with this mod or not, most people know that demonic thorny dragons are basically the meta of this mod. A lot of demonics are super powerful, but one thing that separates these is this attack. Yes, the fact that you can shoot and aim its fiery, smoky attack makes these guys stupidly OP. And if any creature just stays within that smoke, they continuously get damaged. To show you how much of a game changer this is, I'm going to take on this Primal Allosaurus. You can already see it's a massive jump up from our Buffoon. And taking down this dino with 21 million health took us a quarter of the time. Too easy, baby. With Angus on our side, we went back to go finish off a job that we hadn't completed yet. Remember that wandering loot boss? Well, now it's evolved to the Ascendant level. I wasn't going to risk this because, you know, it does have a lot of health. And I'm sure whatever it drops is going to be pretty decent. I took it down and look at all those blueprints that we just got. Oh, yeah, look at all the blueprints. They're either like Ascendant or Goliath level. Bro, they're actually really good. Although we got all these saddle blueprints, after I filtered through them, there wasn't really any that we could use. Day 42 and I'm out and exploring. I'm looking for a little something. Now, what is that little something, you might ask? We're looking for a little lover for Angus. Call me Cupid as I shoot the bullets of love straight into this thorny dragon. Knowing Angus is going to love this girl so much, we called her Female Breed. I immediately took the thorny dragon back to our base and introduced Female Breed to Angus and then gave them some private time so they could start making me some babies. Oh, is that an egg already? Man, you guys were quick, eh? Angus with the 3 seconds, loving it. Don't feel bad, Angus. 3 seconds is a long time. It's now day 43 and it's probably time to start progressing some more. And with Angus on our side, nothing can defeat us. I damn well hope, because we just summoned in an Origin Rex. This will be our first fight of all the bosses that we need to fight in this mod. Origin Rexes can be tough, but demonic thorny dragons can be tougher. This fight was difficult, but our Angus was all fired up. One final swing, and we take out this Origin Rex, unlocking a bunch of tech engrams. Super confident with taking down the Origin Rex, we found that there was an Origin Raptor nearby. This little runt was significantly easier. Then I challenged one of the hardest Origins, the Origin Wyvern. Now, the reason why I find the Origin Wyvern the hardest is because it flies. And since it flies around so much, it kind of makes it a hard target to hit. But it's not that hard when it's dead. You want to know something that's crazy though? We just killed 3 major Origin bosses. Surely nothing lower can kill us or hurt us. I was wrong. Bro, what the heck? Is it holding my thorny dragon? It's holding my thorny dragon. Oh my god. Don't let him kill me. Don't let him kill me. He's gonna kill me. Yep. Okay. He killed me. So yeah, we might be a boss killer, but a primal Kentro comes out of nowhere, stabs us in the gut, and then swings us around. We die. Don't worry though, I came back for revenge and got it swiftly. We got some pretty sweet new armor from those origin fights too. They call this, wait for it, origin armor. I then finished this day off by taking down this origin Diabear and unlocking some more tech engrams. The morning of day 44, it was time to fight the origin Kairuku. You see, we want to unlock all the tech engrams, especially the S Plus transmitter. With that, I'll be able to hunt down and find exactly what kind of creatures I want to tame and master in this mod. We beat this overgrown yellow penguin and got the tech engram that we were looking for, the tech replicator. Because without that, we can't actually craft the tech transmitter. I now have a full set of origin armor and a tech replicator, the S Plus variant to be exact. The first piece of tech equipment that I placed down was this tech force field. You can never be too sure in this mod. With spirit dodos and buffoon dodos with nuka dodos, everything just wants to explode your base up. And then outside by my teleporter, I placed down my S Plus transmitters. This will be able to aid us in taming some of the strongest dinosaurs on this map. There was one slight problem though. To be able to use these, you need power, which means I need a tech generator. Unfortunately, I haven't unlocked that yet. So we're gonna have to fight the last couple of origins that we haven't fought yet so we can unlock the tech generator. Origin Spino defeated, but no tech generator. It's going to have to be the origin Argentavis. And there it is, the tech generator. God damn it, out of all of the origins, it was the last one that had the tech generator. And there we have it, tech generator on lock. Now I can use the S Plus tech transmitter to be able to scan the entire map for basically any dino that I'm after. And right now I need a demonic terror bird and a buffoon terror bird to complete Natural Causes' challenge. And thanks to the S Plus transmitter, we found a buffoon terror bird and successfully tamed it. I took this pink meme chicken back to base and named it Natural Causes Licks Butts. Day 45 and I went out to go look for another tame to add to my collection. We have a really strong demonic, but now we need a really strong celestial. And celestial RGs are just the meta in this mod. I knocked this RG out in the perfect position and claimed this big blue pigeon as my own. I gave this one a pretty cool name. His name's Cameron. I named him after a dude I know from New Zealand. Cameron is so damn cool, he can even take out primal Carnos like they're nothing. He just takes his sweet ass time doing it. Like, I mean, if this wasn't edited, you would have felt how long this took. Now Cameron is a good flyer, but getting around on my fabled Grifficorn on this size map is just so much easier, especially when we're on the hunt for the elusive demonic terror bird. If there's one tip I can give you when you're going out to go tame creatures, make sure you come with enough tranks. Oh, I'm a freaking idiot, I don't have enough tranks to knock him out. A quick refill and we're back into the action taming this demonic terror bird. It ended up being a good thing. It's a lot easier to see demonic terror birds in the middle of the night. And there you have it, Mr. Natural Causes. I have successfully tamed all variants of terror birds. I was so proud of myself this time that I named this terror bird. Natural Causes is pretty damn cool. I mean pretty damn gay. Nah, I mean pretty damn smelly. Natural Causes is pretty damn cool. Make sure you go and, throw him a follow or subscribe or whatever. Day 46, I woke up and I thought to myself, I need more demonic dinosaurs. Ooh, look at that. A demonic parasaur, level 150. He was standing still, so I wanted to try out this bow. I've never really used it to knock out a dino yet. Bullseye, baby. Oh, he's not going anywhere. He's stuck, Get another one off. Oh, there we go. He's running. The demonic parasaur ended up running into the water as I tried to knock him out. Kind of strange how these demonics always end up in the water and still on fire. Booyah, baby. Demonic parasaur acquired. I named this demonic parasaur Joey. Kinda because he reminds me of like a kangaroo in like a abstract kind of way. I leveled him up and wanted to see how much power he really had. Let's see if he can kind of compete with the thorny dragon. 19k damage, that's not too bad. Oh, can detect other dinos, it's like normal. And big explosion, go boom. Is this doing much? 40k? I mean, kind of good I suppose. I took Joey to Asgard to try and mess up some of the local wildlife and see how he'd perform against one of these origin dinos, the origin Carno, which we actually haven't defeated yet. It was pretty successful if I don't say so myself. Day 47, I started off with doing some interior decorating. I love how the massive forest titan can look like a small little head on my wall. And then I proceeded to hatch a bunch of these thorny dragon eggs. As you can see, we have a lot, but I have to filter through them to make sure that we get the best stats possible. This all takes a little bit of time, so that's enough breeding for now. We have much more important things to do right now, such as hunting down more origins. Day 48, I returned back to Asgard with the intention of summoning in the demonic Reaper Empress. But I really had to take this opportunity to tame this level 150 Omega Rex. I don't really have a need for it, but you know, it's good to have, I suppose. Then a little bit later, it was time to get out all the thorny dragons that I had bred up, pump a few levels into them, and then summon in the infamous demonic Reaper Empress. In my last 100 days, fighting this big girl was pretty hard and pretty damn scary. As you can see, a lot of our thorny dragons are falling really quickly. It's just down to me and this demonic Reaper Empress. I've got it down over half its health. 1v1, still unsure if we're gonna win. I keep healing my dino, hoping for the best. And then when it has a slither of health left, we destroy it. That was lucky. I didn't think we were going to win that one, really. After killing the demonic Reaper Empress, she hooked us up with a brand new set of pants. They kind of make my bunda look a little big, but hey, I ain't complaining. When you kill the demonic Reaper Empress, you gain a tameable demonic Reaper Empress summon. I wanted to try summoning it in this little castle area. I figured it would be a cool little big trap. I was using Origin Tranks to knock this one out. Origin Tranks are basically a one-hit wonder. You hit it once, and they should knock out. I shot my arrow, but yeah, it shot at me. And there goes our Grifficorn. Thankfully, we still had Grimace. Hopefully, we don't kill this one. The biggest problem with the demonic Reaper Empress, you don't want it to knock out while it's underground, because it bugs out and you can't tame it. So it becomes kind of tricky staying alive and keeping it above ground. I returned on foot this time because I didn't really want to risk losing any one of my good dinos. Oh, I can see the heat shimmering. Oh, where is it? Oh, I'm standing on top. Holy crap. I just need to hit it once. Oh, I hit it. I'm so gonna die right now. Can I hide in this corner? Nope, you cannot hide in the corner. Lucky for us, I did get the hit off. So all I need to do is keep it above ground and wait for it to go to sleep. I think maybe shooting it with my sniper rifle might help. Keep it aggroed at least. Hey. We now have a demonic Reaper Empress. Yeah, baby. Can we just take a second to admire this big, ugly, powerful beast? Of course, I had to see what kind of power this girl had. And look at that. She absolutely melts everything. Day 49, I woke up and decided I wanted to move a few things around my base. It just wasn't feeling very aesthetically pleasing, if you feel me. The next boss that we have to fight is a Celestial Indominus Rex. But it's not really a smart idea to go in fighting them with demonics, as the Celestial Indominus Rex absolutely destroys demonic creatures. And vice versa, the demonic Reaper Empress destroys celestial creatures. And that's exactly why we're out here looking for a Celestial Argentavis. The plan is to be able to breed these up so we have an army of them to fight the Celestial Indominus Rex. I just need to not die by one. Don't worry, with our second attempt, we're taking Gabriel. And Gabriel's our lucky charm. See? The Celestial RG's already knocked out. We didn't even do anything. Breeding Celestial RG acquired. Now it's time for these babies to make some sweet, sweet love. Whilst we let our RGs breed up a little bit, we went out to explore and came across the level 140 demonic Mesopithecus. I have no idea if this is a good tame or not, but it's going to be pretty fun for the memes anyway. If that doesn't tell you that's a good tame, I don't know what will. Now we have tamed up this little big monkey. Let's see what it can do. Jumps, it's on fire. Okay, bite attack's not too bad. Oh, it throws grenades and destroys everything. Alright, what about up there? Oh, we hit a rock. Oh, all those fishies be dead. This is hilarious. This little evil monkey thing is pretty damn fun, but that's enough monkeying around for one day. See what I did there? I went ahead and named this demonic Mesopithecus Fairy. I have no idea what that means. I just asked my wife what's a cool name and she said that. Apparently it's from a book that she reads. I was starting to run low on artifacts and needed to lock down another cave. And I knew that the swamp cave was rather easy to access and get into. The only problem is you do get a bit of damage when you're in there. I did bring a gas mask in, but it kind of wasn't really helping too much. I really just relied on health potions, which, thanks to the Primal Fear ones, kind of helped us get all the way through. We have now acquired the Artifact of the Brute, and I couldn't leave without putting an awesome teleporter down so we can just farm this as much as possible. Speaking of which, I had to go visit the other artifact caves that we've gotten. And now I wanted to really test the might of our Fairy, the demonic Mesopithecus. And the best test is an Origin Dino. It does melt through these Origin dinos, but the one thing I didn't like is that when you throw the grenade, it kind of only lands in certain areas and doesn't do a lot of area damage in the places that you want. see this close-up kind of fight, it's kind of hard to really aim and, you know, fight this raptor. When it comes to fighting origins, it's pretty hard to beat the thorny dragon. Mixed with being able to aim exactly where you want and doing significantly more damage, you can't go wrong with the thorny dragon. Day 51, and we're officially over halfway through this 100 days challenge. Hey, will you look at that? We have tamed a Primal Tech Stegosaurus. I've never really messed around with these before, so I'm not entirely sure what they do, but I created this melee module for it to see if it would kind of power it up. I don't know how it works. I do discover that how it works later on though, but for now, yeah, no idea. You know what they can do in a practical setting? Okay, so you're pretty much slow as shit. You hit this alpha. Oh, do a fair bit of damage and you collect a lot of berries. Although it's pretty strong, it's a little bit rough to handle and really slow, so you know, let's not use this for now. Instead, let's hatch some RG eggs. We should be pretty close to being ready to be able to fight the Celestial Indom. Oh well, will you look at that? Another wandering loot boss. I have one goal and one goal in mind when fighting this four-armed freak. I want to get him to his max evolution to see what kind of saddles and loot and blueprints that he drops. We've currently got him all the way to Ascendant. I need to get him under 20% health to see if he'll evolve one more time. And see how it shows that he's going berserk? That usually means he's going to evolve. Oh, he's evolving! He's evolving! Goliath! In the end, we killed him pretty easily, but we didn't seem to get any free loot. But after eating his body, we found a bag on the ground with all of the saddles and blueprints in there. They're pretty useless. I think there might be one or two we could use, but nothing we could use right now. Day 52, and I'm on a mission to tame this buffoon like Pleurodon. Is that how you say it? But let me tell you a funny story. Once I finally knocked it out, it went to sleep mid-air. And I had no real way of giving it some special kibble to be able to tame. So we kind of have to leave it there. I had a goal today to be able to tame a water dino. And this I thought would be pretty cool since it could go in the air and underwater. It's okay though, because there was this Tortuga Master of the Seas nearby. And it had a fancy name, so I figured it must be kind of good in some way. Knocking him out was kind of interesting though. You had to hit him on his soft parts. But if you got close, he would explode your face. But there's still nothing like a good old Origin Trank. They're a little OP if you ask me, but hey, I'll take him in this mod. This wannabe Blastoise was so damn good, it sliced through the ocean like it was nothing. And its cannons would absolutely destroy anything. No matter whether we're in the sea or on land, nothing was safe. Day 53 and one of my Patreons asked me to go and help him out in Jotunheim. I hadn't really explored this area, but he was fighting a boss and needed some help, so I figured let's go help him out. That's him over there on the big ass red Rex. My Celestial RG, you know, made quick work of him. I'm glad we came here too, because this is where we found a level 145 legendary Pegasus and an annoying Alpha Dodo. No idea what I'm going to do with this legendary Pegasus just yet, but we tamed it. Day 54, I summoned in a couple more Origin Dinos as I needed their tributes to be able to summon in, yes, the Celestial Indominus Rex Emperor. I had a whole army of demonic Thornies and Celestial RGs ready. I sent them all in to fight and things got very noisy and kind of laggy too. As you can see, a lot of things were dying on the screen, but we're not going to give up and we're just going to hope for the best. I tried to heal up my dino as quick as possible because I knew this was going to end up in a 1v1. It's now my Thorny Dragon versus Celestial Indominus Rex. I don't think we're going to win this one. I can't power up my demonic Thorny Dragon. I just have to keep spraying it. The Indom's only biting me and not using its special abilities. And somehow we're seeming to melt away slowly at its health. It starts to run, but I get a good shot off. Second good shot off. And this also gives me an opportunity to heal myself and my dino. We're now on the home stretch and it looks like we're gonna actually win this match. And we do. We have defeated the Celestial Indominus Rex Emperor. From killing the Celestial Indom, we got a pretty sweet helmet from it. Kinda reminds me of Magneto from X-Men. And time to summon in the tameable version of the Indominus Rex. This time I'm a little bit more prepared. I had an Origin arrow ready as I summoned him in, took my shot and hit him. Too bad he kind of hit me in the Celestial Bird too. Is he there? Sucker! Oh, sucker, you can't get me down here! Oh, this castle trap thing was a good idea. Oh, he should go to sleep any second now. And there he goes. Celestial Indominus Rex Emperor acquired. Again, let's go out and test his abilities. 44k damage straight off the rip, not bad. He traverses the map pretty well too, but tends to get stuck by thin, long trees. He's not a terrible tame. Now let's try out his big AoE explosions. And yeah, this guy is probably the leading cause for deforestation in the world. And yes, in case you're wondering, we did kill that primal dino. Day 56, and I've decided to continue my mission on getting an underwater tame. This time I'm coming fully prepared with a primal harpoon and a primal trank spear bolts. I really want to get myself a Mega Shalon as they passively produce rare flowers and rare mushrooms. But trying to knock this guy out was turning out to be quite difficult, especially when I went underwater with the primal harpoon. I'd missed my shot a couple times and turns out I had knocked out an ice Lepleurodon. I have the kibble, so I might as well tame it. It didn't require a saddle, so let's get started riding around on our first underwater tame. Our aim is to really get this Mega Shalon. I got a little distracted when this caustic Lepleurodon came over and wanted a little bit of my attention. I started fighting it and then I realized, dude, it's a level 140. Why don't we tame this? Now we have 2 underwater tames, but in that time we had lost the fabled Mega Shalon that we're trying to tame. So I went to go and attempt to tame these vanilla Mega Shalon, but the traditional vanilla way of taming these things is a real pain in the butt, especially when you got super powerful primal fear dinos that can one-hit basically anything and everything at once. In the end, I just tamed a fabled Mega Shalon. These are a knockout tame, and you know, it's just a bit easier. But yes, just like all our other passive producing dinos, you just gotta put it in the soul terminal and it will produce rare mushrooms and rare flowers passively. Day 57, we fought yet more origin dinos. We're gonna do a lot of this through this 100 days. I'll cut most of it out. But I also set this area up as a fighting arena, mainly for flyers, as, you know, it kind of keeps them trapped in a way. And I think it's kind of a cool boss fighting arena, for certain dinos that is. Day 58, I had the genius idea to be able to get some extra power out of my Celestial Indom and my Reaper Empress. Yes, these little things, they're called S+ mutators. They're part of the S+ mod, and basically they can do a bunch of things. But first, I wanted to name my Reaper Empress Kathy. I don't know, she gives me like Karen vibes, and you know, Kathy seems like a bit of a demonic bitch. Anyways, yeah, these S+ mutators can imprint your dinos if they don't have imprint at all. Alright, that should, yes, imprinting 100%, perfect. And before this day went out, it was time to hatch some more Easter eggs. I mean, RG eggs. Oh, look at that, they're pink. Looks like we got a little mutation. It's now day 59, and there's one Celestial dino that I just can't live without while playing Primal Fear. Yes, that's the Celestial Wyvern. You might remember my beloved Celestial Wyvern from my last 100 days, Sonya. Well, this is the ice version. And I mean, level 170, we can't go without taming that. Shooting this out of the sky turned out to be quite a difficult task. It was quite strong compared to our Celestial RG, which ended up killing me off the back of it. Ah, for God's sake, kind of frustrating. I really want this Wyvern. I returned with an origin arrow, but remembered that because I'm playing on a server, the lag kind of makes you miss even if you don't. And because we're shooting it over water, I needed to make sure I dropped it somewhere safe, not in the water. Be it, this should be it. Oh, he's out. He's out. Oh, straight onto my island. Yes. Celestial Wyvern acquired. It was really tempting to name this Wyvern Sonya, but I decided on calling it Janet instead. Again, I know it's a male, but male-female names doesn't really matter. I then went ahead and fed him a max experience potion to jack this boy right the way up, and then tested it out against this Origin Argentavis. It wasn't quite killing it as fast as I would like, so we kind of just left this for now. Yes, we had to prepare for our most important battle yet. You might be thinking, why are we down in this crazy hidden lair again? And why so many demonic thorny dragons and, basically all your teams, Aaron? Well, that's because we are preparing for what I believe are the hardest bosses in Primal Fear, the Chaos Guardian. This big overgrown Chaos Wyvern hits really damn hard. Within seconds, our Omega Rex went down. I was kind of hoping the Omega Rex would like heal all of our creatures passively without a rider, but I don't really know how that works. I was sitting on the back of Kathy just trying to hit this thing as hard as possible. We were doing quite a bit of damage. Everything was looking great. Yes, we were losing some creatures, but not too many. And then this happened. Oh no. I jumped on the back of one of my thorny dragons and teleported back to the location. As soon as we got in, I made sure to feed my thorny dragon a primal potion, and then when I peeked my head around this corner, I saw all the chaos being brought on from this guardian. We still had thorny dragons fighting fiercely, I mean dying fiercely, but this chaos guardian flying around in here made things quite difficult. Everything was looking good just before, but now things have turned for the worst. And then all of a sudden, the Chaos Guardian got stuck in this pillar. This might be our chance. Well, that's until the Chaos Guardian decides to get free. and then basically melts me and my thorny dragon. When I returned, I had the idea of using this doorway as a little bit of protection. I mean, in theory, it kind of works until the Chaos Guardian gets through the freaking doorway. But that's when I discovered the ultimate cheese method. If I keep it on an angle, it can't do anything. It's currently aggroed at me from an angle and just trying to fly straight. Now, you might be hating on me, or you might think I'm an absolute freaking genius. Or you might be thinking, hey, this guy got kind of lucky and figured this out. No matter how you freaking look at it, I defeated this bit, and with defeating the Chaos Guardian, you unlock the Chaos Orb. And with the Chaos Orb unlocked, it's time to go out and tame a dragon. Yeah, I know it's not a Chaos Dino, but like, yeah, I just tamed this because it was there. And like, who doesn't want to have a dragon? I mean, yeah. No, really, I wanted to try and go through the tiers of the boss creatures as well, but you have to start at vanilla and then work your way through. Yeah, that's basically it. Day 61, I installed a new mod. It's called the Creature Finder Deluxe. I figured it's kind of fair to be able to use this now since we have the tech transmitter. This is just a little bit more precise when finding the creatures that we're after. And we're going big, baby. We're looking for a Chaos Rex. Just like this one in the volcano biome. Chaos dinos are extremely deadly. Even just being in their vicinity, they do damage to you. So I'm not wasting any time. I'm making sure I hit this with an origin trank and get on out of there. Surprisingly, this was probably the easiest tame I've ever done in this entire playthrough. I went ahead and named this Chaos Rex Logan, after one of my chaotic crazy uncles. Yeah, you know who you are, Logan. I must admit, I really like the textures on this Chaos Rex. I think they look pretty damn cool. Now that we have one Chaos Rex on lock, I didn't want to risk losing it. So of course I had to tame a female version. This pretty much means we can now breed them and have unlimited Chaos Rexes. I mean, look at these stats. It wasn't too long ago that we had no dino over 1 million health. And now we're pretty much going to breed up an entire army of them. Day 62 was just another grindy day. Killing origin dinos, and I did a couple little renovations on our greenhouse here. We needed to make this a little bit wider so we could fit some more crops in. Day 63, I went on a little bit of a meat run, and that's when I learned that chaos creatures basically just kill every weak creature that's within range. And then I was fighting this primal Kano when some pink lightning came out of the sky. This freaked me the hell out. Holy crap, what the frick was... What is that? Skeletonized Tyrannosaurus? Or Milo's riding it. And now to test out this Chaos Rex's power. And there's no better way to test it out than on Origin Dinos. 186,000 damage. Bro, we're gonna melt all these creatures now. What the freaking hell? How did it do 1 million? Why is it so different? Day 64, I set up my first official army of Chaos Rexes and summoned in the Demonic Reaper Empress. We have to kill her again to summon in the Spirit Guardian. I invited my friend Milo here to come and fight it as well. I've already fought it one-on-one and know we can win, so this just makes things a little quicker, and he also needed to kill it as well to get the Demonic Reaper Empress soul. Day 65, me and Milo summoned in the Celestial Indominus Rex as well. Again, we both need these boss souls so we can summon in the Spirit Guardians. Day 66, I summoned in the Spirit Guardian, and yes, I used this cheesy method. I mean, is it really cheesy? Let me know in the comments below if you think this is cheesy or if it's just like having a trap. This was such a chill experience for a boss fight that I even had my Omega Allosaurus out with us, you know, just in case he needed to heal, and apparently gives you like a damage buff. I don't really see it, but I all know how it works. But hey, we melted through the Spirit Guardian with just the Demonic Thorny Dragon, and with that we successfully unlocked the Spirit Orb Engram. Day 67, we went out to go find a chaos creature that's pretty new to the Primal Fear mod. Actually, it's a part of a separate mod, the Primal Fear Unofficial Extras mod, specifically the Chaos Giant Bee Drone. Again, just like all other chaos creatures, these can be deadly to be up close with. So I didn't want to take any risks, and I hit it with an Origin Trank Arrow, which again made this Chaos Giant Bee a very easy tame. I named this Chaos Giant Bee Beatrice. I feel like it's kind of creative. Get it? Beatrice? I mean, if it wasn't obvious, I mean, it should be. Originally, I thought taming this bee was going to be a bit of a meme, but just wait for it. This bee packs an absolute punch. Not only are they extremely powerful, but they're actually really easy to maneuver. Unlike the wyvern, it can just hover. See, and then this Origin Raptor is completely aggroed on us, and we just have to aim down and kill it without any risk towards us. I was so damn excited about having this Chaos Bee. It's gonna be our main from now on. I stumbled across a female alpha manticore, and remember when we tamed that dragon earlier? Well, that dragon gave us some boss eggs that we could turn into alpha boss kibble, and now we have tamed an alpha manticore. Oh yeah, this is kind of random, but I tamed a celestial therizino. I was starting to run out of narcotics and berries and stuff for, you know, kibble and narcotics, I suppose, and I wanted a powerful berry gatherer. See, that did no damage to us. And I don't have to worry about stuff when I'm just farming berries. Day 68, I took Beatrice out on a massive murder spree, finding anything that I could possibly kill. Mainly we're looking for celestial dinos, demonic dinos, or origin dinos, as they give you resources that we need to be able to summon in the next tier bosses. But that's when I remembered I could make spirit orbs and could possibly tame a spirit dino. I immediately went out to go and find this spirit giant bee drone. It's a level 135, not max level, but it's gonna have to do. This was by far one of the trickier type of tames for me, as it kept using its special attack and was kinda hard to shoot. I did this all on the back of my celestial RG, as I wasn't really prepared to lose my chaos bee. It was really quite tricky to get its attention. Dude, so the goal right now is to try and get this freaking bee away from this area. Up into, oh yeah, we got it. Gonna get my origin arrow. Where's he going? Come back. And don't one hit me, please. I'm gonna aim with my origin arrow. If I die, I die. Did I get it? I got it. And there you have it. Spirit giant bee acquired. I went ahead and named this bee Caspi. It's supposed to be a play on like Casper and bee, but look, my names are getting really bad. I don't know. Suggest some names in below that I might use for future videos. Day 69, you know we had to go out and enjoy ourselves on our brand new bee, Caspi. He doesn't quite hit as hard as our chaos bee. It might be a level thing, it might be a stats thing, but whatever is caught within its sun does get quite melted up. And yeah, I wanted a new spot to fight these origin creatures. I chose this castle area. It seems like a good place. I could use all the resources that I've just gathered to be able to summon in Nova the Destroyer and progress through this mod, or I could use the resources that I've gotten, specifically the Celestial Emperor Soul and the Demonic Emperor Soul, to craft some bone meal, which tames the Skeletal Rex. And boy, get out of here. You know I'm going for the skeletonized Rex. Did you not see what it did earlier? We know firsthand that these things are freaking deadly beasts. See? Super deadly that we didn't even survive this. God damn it, frick. We needed something that would protect the rider off the back of the dino, so I returned on Caspi. Unfortunately, the skeletonized Rex has an attack that does this. Yeah, it basically just knocks you straight out of the sky. Oh, and for some random reason, origin tranks don't seem to work on it at all. Our Caspi was super strong, so it was tanking a lot of these hits until this Tech Raptor came in and really messed things up. You want to know how unfortunate that moment was? Hey, Caspi. I'm glad you're safe. Let's get on you. You can't ride? Oh no, it's freaking dead! Oh yeah, now we're fully invested. I ain't leaving until this skeletonized Tyrannosaurus Rex is fully tamed. I found a pretty safe spot up on this ledge here, which seemed to do the trick. Just taking it down with only like rifle bullets took a bit of time. But we did get there in the end. Skeletonized Tyrannosaur acquired. I went ahead and named this skeletonized Tyrannosaur Aubrey, after my auntie that really likes pink. I mean, well, that's all I can kind of think of really. Now I need to demonstrate how powerful Aubrey really is. Check this move out. Well, that's a lot of dead things. I didn't even really know what just happened then. Whoa, 1.4 million damage? Yeah, so it's pretty safe to say that these skeletonized Tyrannosaurus Rexes are pretty damn dangerous. I'm glad we chose this over Nova. But of course, we've got to put it to its real test against an origin dino. Our big purple dino was just ripping straight through all of these origins that I just kept summoning them in consecutively. But since I've been summoning so many origins in, I needed to summon in this Artifactor, the Ascended, because once you defeat this guy, he drops anywhere from 18 to 25 artifacts. And now we have such an overpowered beast on our hands, I figured we could just 1v1 this Demonic Reaper Empress. But I didn't know that I wasn't protected on the back of our skeletonized Rex. Turns out I was wrong. And this is where the story gets a little bit interesting. I whipped out my strongest Demonic Thorny Dragon and teleported straight back into the fight. Demonic Reaper Empress was fighting our skeletonized Rex, which didn't show up on the screen. But you know what did show up on the screen? Your Aubrey, skeletonized Tyrannosaur, was killed by the Demonic Reaper Empress. This was a shocking moment, but we couldn't back down. We needed to defeat the Reaper Empress. It kind of looks like our Demonic Thorny Dragon's gonna do the job for us. Oh. I guess not. It's okay though, we have a Chaos Rex and we know that that will finish this bit off. Go on, you're about to... Yes, you died. Oh shoot, so did we. Damn it. Yeah, so this whole ordeal ended up being kind of a massive L on our part, but you know, life goes on, lessons got learned, and yeah, after all, we still have a Celestial Indominus Rex that we need to take down. Okay, so for the next part of this video, I need to give a little bit of a disclaimer. As you can see, it's kind of framey and really choppy. That's because I kind of messed around with some of the recording settings, and yes, so day 72 to day 78, it was kind of scuffed. But not to ruin this experience, I'm going to try and skim through most of the things that happen that are important to the story. Starting with this level 180 Chaos Wyvern. Yes, I tamed it, and it's pretty damn strong. And then after a little bit of farming, I summoned in Nova the Destroyer. Except it basically just destroyed me over and over and over again. I gave up at this point. Instead, I went and tamed up a female giant bee, you know, so we could breed. And then I summoned in Nova the Destroyer once again. But this time I fought it in the cheesy way. Yeah, under the water. When you're under the water, Nova can't really do much against you, and makes killing Nova the Destroyer quite easy. And when you kill Nova, you get this demonic dissension item, which means you can basically evolve, or in this case, descend any demonic creature. And of course, I descended my thorny dragon. This thing looks freaking wicked, even in 8 frames per second. And then I finished off all of this craziness by taming this level 180 skeletonized Tyrannosaurus. Okay, day 79, and we're back to normal frames. And on this day, I just summoned in a bunch of origins just to farm them for their origin tributes. Our overpowered descended thorny dragon was demolishing these guys so much easier than ever before. Day 80, I went out to go and try and tame another Omega Rex. Why, you may ask? That's a couple tiers below. What do you need this for? Well, basically, I'm getting low on Omega blood, and I'm gonna breed them up so I can slaughter their babies. Yeah, that's kind of messed up to say, but, you know, it's kind of necessary in this game. Day 81 was another fun-filled day of killing Origin Dinos. I'm not gonna lie, the endgame in Primal Fear is hella grindy. We also stumbled across an artifact of the Great in the wilds. These guys drop artifacts, just not as many as the one that you summon in. Day 82, and we have a fresh batch of fully grown Omega Rexes. Oh, and a couple babies too. But it's kind of a shame what comes next. I'm sorry, Rexes, I'm sorry, but I really need your blood. Damn, you get a crazy amount of hide from this too. I then went back to the Primal Tech Bench to do a little bit more tinkering. Also, I could create this guy. This is our very own Primal Tech Giga. I kind of thought he was going to have a lot better stats than he did, but yeah, we'll work with it for now. After all, we've got something else we need to get done right now. We need to fight and kill Nova the Destroyer once again. This time I tried fighting him under the water. It's a pretty cheese method because in this way he really doesn't fight back at all, but the game didn't seem to like that. I hit him and then he just kind of disappeared. We're going to have to try that again, but this time I had a little bit of a different idea. I'm gonna fight him inside this cave, and hopefully the water helps us somehow. The plan was simple. You see, Nova's attacks shoot outwards, and they don't ever really shoot direct. If I stay right above his head, his attacks should in theory miss me. And because he's in water, he won't use his summoning ability to summon in all of his minions. And with this technique, we just drained his entire health, and simply and effectively destroyed Nova the Destroyer. Except I forgot one crucial thing. When he dies, he leaves this whole area that really kills you. And unlike last time I fought Nova and destroyed him, I didn't forget to pick up his egg. Whilst Nova's egg was incubating, I went out to go and tame myself a demonic Reaper Empress. I'm trying to fashion a massive army because these late game bosses are really tough, and whatever strong dinos and creatures I can get, I'm gonna get my hands on. Day 84 was another day of grinding bosses. Killing them. With a Descended Thorny Dragon, a Reaper Empress, a bunch of Chaos Rexes, and my Primal Tech Giga, the Celestial Indom and the Demonic Reaper Empress have nothing on me. Day 85, and we have our very own Nova the Destroyer. This overgrown bluish purple Dodo Reaper is such an upgrade from any other creature we've had. Let me demonstrate. Here we go. Here we go. Was that it? I mean, a lot of things died, I guess. Look, even though Nova is doing some small numbers at the moment, he is actually really strong. Because he's a Dodo Reaper, he gets a massive damage reduction. And we're already in day 85. We need to get moving killing these bosses, or we're not going to complete this challenge before day 100. This next boss is kind of an interesting one. That's why I got all of these drone bees out for it. Let me introduce you to Picon the Creator, or Pycon. Pycon? I don't know. Anyway, he's a big crazy fish that flies in the sky. That's why I brought my entire hive of bees. Why aren't you guys freaking attacking? Get in there, you punk. I'm gonna have to do this myself. Okay, now attack. Do your thing. Bees, stop following me and attack. This fight was proving to be tough. His drones would come in, smack me around, and then Picon himself had an attack that would stop flyers from, well, flying. So all my bees kept dropping to the ground. but I like to think that I held my own against him. It just meant it was going to take a little longer. On occasion, he would drop me to the ground and kill every dino that I had in the vicinity. Then his pesky ass drones would come in to fight me. They were kind of weak, but just really annoying. This fight was taking ages. After all, it was basically just a 1v1 and he has 854 million health to begin with. I just slowly chipped away at his health as quick as I possibly could. He would smack me away, and then I'd have to just get straight back into the fight, assuming I could fly. I'd use as many potions as I possibly had on me. Thankfully, I had potions on me that kept me in the fight. It felt like it took forever, but we finally defeated this big overgrown goldfish. But just like Nova, when he goes down, he takes you with him. With Picon defeated, we get our final tier of armor. So I'm going to change out of this entire demonic set into the creator tech suit. I mean, it's just a fancy tech suit, you know. We've all seen one before. You get a descended item and an ascended item that you can craft into the infernal transformation item. This guy is so damn strong, we had to give him a really powerful and cool name. Since it's kind of like a death dealer, I'm calling it Abaddon, named after, it's one of like the fallen angels in the Bible or something. Now I really wanted to test the strength of some of my strongest creatures. Nothing better to test it on? Yes, you guessed it, a bunch of origin creatures. I mean, look at those damage numbers. Like, can that tell you anything more? Like, dude, these creatures had no hope. We were literally just carving through them like they were nothing. And one thing that I really enjoyed is Abaddon's special ability would land flyers, which means these wyverns wouldn't fly around and make it difficult for us to kill. Instead, they made it easy on us to die. I needed to summon in some more origins to be able to fight again, more bosses. But then we found out I was running low on Apex blood. And we've already learned the best way to get blood in this mod is, well, killing babies. So I'm gonna have to tame up some Apex creatures to breed. But hey, I just want to stop everything right now because I want to show you we just got a black Omega Rex egg. That's big, guys. And no, I have no idea what it does or if it's good. I really don't have time to figure it out because we have 13 days left. So while we wait for Apex Thorny Dragons to breed up, I went out to go kill some more things that we could summon in. Luckily for us, on this server, my breeding rates are pretty quick. It's not so lucky for these Apex Thorny Dragons though. Day 88 and I'm preparing a massive army so we could take on our final tier 5 boss, Skynet, the mechanical monstrosity. We summon him in, send in what chaos dinos that I could. For some reason, the others weren't listening. And then it drops some missiles on my head. I'm riding Abaddon and we already know how strong she is. I quickly pump her with a health potion, everything freezes, and we die. Losing Abaddon in that fight was a massive L. This proves that Skynet is extremely powerful. I returned on a Chaos Bee, but unfortunately Skynet has an ability that, you know, stops you flying. That ability matched with the missiles that he shoots at you, we didn't last very long. I'm going to have to come up with another plan. I didn't come up with another plan. I went back on another Chaos Bee. We have a lot of them and they're kind of disposable, but we didn't die and we did learn some interesting facts about Skynet. You see, Skynet summons in other primal tech creatures. This isn't necessarily a good thing, but, you know, at least now we know. But now, how are we going to defeat this mechanical monstrosity? There's only one hope: Nova the Destroyer. I took it outside to give it a bit of an imprint impulse charge, hoping we can get a little bit better stats. Will we be able to defeat Skynet with an equal tiered boss level dino? I can confirm that Nova the Destroyer does take out the primal tech creatures easily. Unfortunately, Skynet's a little bit of a different story. It's now day 89 and we're still fighting Skynet. Remember, one of the advantages of having Nova the Destroyer is that he does have damage reduction. So fighting these, even though they do hit hard, weighs in our favor. And we have health potions. This was taking so damn long, I teleported back home just so I could restock on health potions. Like, bro, this was taking forever. After all, Skynet does have 1.2 billion health. But thanks to the power of editing, we can skip right to the part that me and Nova die. So Skynet has already destroyed two of our most strongest dinos: Abaddon, our skeletal tyrannosaur, and Nova the Destroyer. And I suppose this demonic thorny dragon too, but does it really count? It's now day 90 and I know my only hope of defeating Skynet is with a Nova. And really, we need to fight Nova anyway. We need his Destroyer souls to get to the end game. So I quickly took care of business over here and made sure to snatch up his egg. But we need to basically wait until the end of the day for the egg to hatch. In the meantime, here's that black Omega Rex that we talked about earlier. It's, well, it's red. And I still have no idea how special it is or what it does. Day 91 and Nova the Destroyer had fully hatched. But he was only a baby. Luckily, I had a plan. See, if you throw him out next to the S+ mutator, you can change the mode to boost growth. And yeah, he basically grows up in seconds rather than like hours. And now we can get straight back into the fight against Skynet. And with the power of editing, so you don't have to sit through this long and boring, tedious fight, we finally defeated Skynet. Phew. God damn, that took way too long. And obviously Skynet doesn't drop an egg, but he does drop an overpowered blueprint. Day 92, and we now have our very own Skynet. It's time to rain down some missiles on all of these dinos around us. Oh my lord. Everything is dead. And the forest is gone. Wow. And again, we had to test Skynet out on some Origin dinos. And I think it's pretty safe to say we have now found our main go-to dino. Acquiring Skynet signals that we have now defeated all the tier 5 bosses. We need to now start working towards the colossal bosses and then finally Picon's revenge. But before we could take on the colossal titans, I needed to kill Nova the Destroyer one more time, a crazy bunch of Origin dinos, and Picon the Creator 3 more times. And this all brings us to this moment. The moment we fight our first tier 6 boss, the Electric Colossus. I had my most powerful dinos with me, and while I charged in headstrong on the back of Skynet, I died. How this happened, I have no idea. Skynet's supposed to protect the rider, but in this case, he didn't. It's okay though, we can always trust Nova the Destroyer to protect us. Except for when you turn your HUD off because the lag is so bad, and you die because you didn't have any health potions and didn't know that you were dying. Now hear me out, the Chaos Bee could possibly work in this situation. It's unlikely, but we're gonna try. Our Novas, Chaos Rexes, and Skynet have seemed to have done a lot of damage already. Hopefully this bee can finish it off. And for some reason, this strategy worked. We had defeated the Electric Colossus with a giant bee drone. And Skynet was there to help too. Now to repeat this process a few more times. With the Fire Colossus, we smoked this bad boy. The Ice Colossus, we iced this big mamma jamma. And the Caustic Colossus. Yeah, we made him leave. Leaf? Like leaves? You get it? It's now day 100, and we now have everything we need to be able to summon in the final boss, Picon's revenge.
Oh, Aaron, how naive of you to think that was it. You were gonna get away without a slaughter? No. Look at all your tames. Look them dead in the eyes, for it's time for you to let them know you're taking them all with you to this Picon fight. He wants his feast, and it's up to you to give it to him. Picon wants his revenge. Now go let him have it.
Well, you heard the man himself. Mr. Miola has set us a challenge. We must take every single dino that we've tamed in this challenge into the fight against Picon's revenge. And here you go, Mr. Miola. This is every dino that I've tamed this 100 days. And now that begs one question. Can we defeat Picon's revenge with all these dinos? But before we get to that, I want to give a special shout out to all the Patreons on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting me. And if you watch this far into the video, you must kind of enjoy it. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Now let's summon in Picon's revenge. Oh, he's coming. Oh, get it. What the frick? Did he just summon? Everything's dead. It's laggy. I can't do anything. What is happening right now? Oh no. Frick, what if I turn the HUD off? Yep, still laggy. Wow, this is intense. I don't know. Oh crap, I died. So yeah, everything's now dead. I died, and we have no strong dinos to be able to fight the hardest boss in this Primal Fear mod. We had one saving grace left. I had our Descended Thorny Dragon. Maybe this could do something? I highly doubt it. I teleported straight into the fight, and the answer is no, yep. It's game over. Yeah, so kind of not the ending that we expected in this 100 days, but maybe we'll try again in the future, maybe we won't. Until next time, thanks for watching, peace.